Next, we are going to raise the bar when it comes to your summer sweet treats. Well, this one is vegan, it is gluten-free, and you can actually change up the flavor. Sounds delicious.
Yeah, well, we're jamming out with Dee Patel from Pantry KC. You can choose your own jam flavor. So these are gluten-free.
And dairy-free.
And gluten and dairy-free. We like that.
Vegan.
So what do you use besides besides flour? And what kind of flour are we using
So what we
today?
use is this blend of tapioca starch.
Tapioca.
It's also got like almond flour. It's got rice flour. So it gives it that stickiness that you'd get from gluten without using any wheat-based products.
Okay. Well, very cool. I'm mostly familiar with tapioca because of like the pudding, right?
Yeah.
So, but this is kind of a blend of all those. So you kind of get the flour from the almond flour and the tapioca. Does that get an additional flavor to it, or?
Not really, but what you're trying to do is substitute it out with sticky flours to mimic gluten.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's a really simple recipe. I use both dark brown and white sugar in it.
Wow,
and you don't need a KitchenAid, right? But you don't need a KitchenAid, or you don't need any sort of special equipment. Just your hands.
Just the hands. Mixing
and
it up.
a good gluten-free oat. I like the old-fashioned oats because they're a little bit bigger. They've got better texture to it. Quick oats are fine. I know a lot of people have them laying around, but they just, they just don't have that same texture or even the visual.
Sure, yeah.
And then this is a good vegan butter. So
vegan butter. What is vegan butter?
So it's mostly oil-based, but the idea is that butter contains some sort of water as well. It's not just oil, so you can't really use shortening. It's got too much oil in it, not enough water. So this is substituting out those proteins and water that you would find in natural butter.
And that assists and does that help it bind together a little bit too?
It
as
does,
well as
and it
the
has
wheat?
a better flavor. It has that artificial sort of butter flavor to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all the butter without the real butter.
Okay, excellent. So this is basically our crust here that we're putting, or is it our crust or
It's
our base?
It's
or what
both.
would you call it? Okay.
So once you've combined it, what I do is I reserve about a cup of it, and then I'll combine that with coconut, and that's what you've got here.
That's what we got over here.
The
on
rest
topping.
of it,
Okay.
I'll take and I'll pack it in. Now, if you've got a lasagna pan, that works fine. If you're a little bit more of a home baker and have half sheet pans, that's what this recipe will make.
Oh, okay.
And so once you've packed it down, you'll end up with this, and this is the stuff that I've combined with the coconut. I've also added a little bit of baking soda, lemon extract, and vanilla extract.
Okay.
Yeah.
So essentially what you have here, so everybody paid attention at home, what she made here, she's compacted into her dish here. And has that sat or rested or anything? You really get that
you
firm
can
texture with
right,
it.
you do, and you can just use your hand, or if you want something more flat, like I do, I would use like the bottom of a cup measure
and really get
it
it
flat.
Oh,
Now this is where you get to have fun with the flavor.
Yeah.
You can use different marmalades, different jams. I like raspberry because I think it goes really well with lemon and coconut. But I'll let you spread the raspberry jam on the bottom of this base, and you can go as heavy as you like on it. It's up to you. This is the point you get to customize it.
So I'm a big fan of strawberry preserves. That's like my favorite to have on sourdough toast. I would want to try strawberry in here, but I'm not sure what flavors I would put here. I gotta move that there. There we go. Okay. But I'm not sure what flavor I'd use on the topping then. You want like a kind of a, I mean, you already got enough sugar in there, but something on top to sweeten it up a little bit
You
along
can,
with the
and you know what? Strawberry and balsamic go really well together. So if you're feeling extra brave, instead of the lemon extract, hit it with some balsamic glaze or balsamic vinegar.
That seems pretty bold.
It is bold, but I think you'd be pleasantly surprised.
Okay. Strawberry and balsamic.
And would you go seeds or no seeds?
No seeds.
No seeds. Okay. Well, again, if you want like that pleasant texture, definitely do a seed. This is a seedless raspberry marmalade, and this is what I would call like a baker's jam. So it has the tendency to not spread so far like a normal household jam does.
Is that why I'm having a little bit of the?
You might be, and if we turn the tray,
there you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. See, I needed a third hand there, and that just wasn't getting it done here. All right, should I use all of this? I mean, you
absolutely. Well, yeah, like the more flavor you've got that way.
Obviously.
And then the bowl you just moved over there, that's what you're going to sprinkle over the top.
Okay, we're going to sprinkle that on the top. All right.
And it's not going to crumble as much like you might expect it with real butter and real gluten. It's got like a stickier texture to it, but do your best to sort of give it an even spread across the top.
Let's see here. Yeah, it's probably not going to fill the whole thing up like you said, but yours looks fantastic.
Well, see, that's the beauty of using baking soda. Baking soda will make it spread further than what you think it's going to do.
Well, this is going to take me a little bit longer here than just the few moments we have left, so I'm going to keep working on this here. But real quick, this is the Pantry KC, and you guys are off of 77th and Quivira. Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for being here, and you did, in fact, raise the bar with these.
Thank you.
That was a good pun that I didn't write, but I read out of the teleprompter. Belinda, over to you.
Well,